Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited because I just bought an entire shipment of e.l.f. products, and what I love about e.l.f. is that they are very affordable. So almost everything that I bought was under $5. I think one item, maybe the mascara, was $7. So I wound up paying about $60 for everything that you would possibly need to do a full face of makeup. And I really appreciate good makeup. I always try to use things that work well, that feel good, that don't have any weird smells, all of that. I take everything into account. But if I can find a product for cheaper, then that's what I like. So today's look is just going to be how to do a full face of e.l.f. makeup, my reviews on if the products are worth it as dupes for higher end products, and just how to do a really beautiful makeup look for less. So let's get started. My bangs are looking a little heavy today. Okay, now the first thing I grabbed is the foundation. I chose their medium coverage. I do like a pretty nice coverage without feeling too heavy, too caked on. And since I bought this online, I just had to try my best with the color. It is looking pretty good just by the bottle. This one is in 250 Buff, so it has warm yellow undertones. Now they don't have anything specific for olive skin tone, but what I find is that most brands do not. So technically my undertone is a bit more on the green side than yellow, but yellow works much better than pink or just a neutral. Now it's slightly lighter than I think I would have liked, but just slightly. And the feel is great. And now that we are getting into winter, expect that my slight tan here will fade a bit more, and a nice pale color will be great for this time of year. And that feels really great. Does not feel like I'm wearing makeup, but it does have a great coverage. So this one I'm happy with. So next up is the concealer. I chose the Hydrating Camo Concealer with a satin finish. This one is in the color Light Sand. I do like to go much lighter with my concealer than my foundation color, because I usually am just using it to kind of contour for the makeup looks that I like. So I'm just going to do kind of my normal heavy contour, I should say. And I appreciate that their brush size is nice and big. That way you don't have to constantly load up your brush to get the makeup on there. And again, this has a great feel to it. There's no weird smells. And it feels very lightweight. Now for the bronzer, I chose the Putty bronzer. And this was really because their powder ones seem to be a bit shimmery. It's not really what I like to go for, since I usually use the bronzer as a contour rather than an actual bronzer. And I'm not too familiar with this type, but I do love using my Maybelline foundation stick for a bronzer, so this looks a little similar, just in a different format. I'm just going to apply this with a little flat brush, see how that works. I don't really need it up here today because of my bangs, but and you guys know, if you've watched my other tutorials, I like a nice deep color for my contour. I find once it blends in, it's really not jarring or anything. But I figure if I'm going to contour, go big or go home. And that blends extremely easily. I'll say that this is actually better than the Maybelline foundation stick. It's really just melting right into my skin. I barely have to do any blending. And again, it's very subtle, even though I used such a dark color. And the color is Bronzed Belle, if you're looking for the same one. And I'm happy with this. This is a nice, natural look. If I left it like this right now, I don't think anyone would really guess that I was wearing makeup. And it certainly doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup, so that's always a plus. And so just to finish off the foundation, I'm going to try out the Makeup Mist and Set. And I normally don't use a misting spray. I just use my blotting powder, which I find works great, but this sounded very intriguing and I was excited to see how it works. So next is just the e.l.f. brow pencil. This one is in a medium brown, which I find works well with my dark brows. I always recommend choosing a color that's a little lighter than your brows, just to make sure that they don't kind of stand out in the wrong way. And you can see that my hair is very dark brown, almost black, and yet this medium brown really blends in very well. So if you have lighter hair, I would definitely say go for something lighter than medium. And this is one of the products that I've used before from e.l.f. Probably one of the reasons why I love them, because I find that this eyebrow pencil is so effective. It has such a tiny little tip there, and it creates little strokes that actually look like hairs, whereas a lot of other pencils, look more like a colored pencil, and it kind of leaves these thick, powdery looking strokes that I don't like for my brows. So if nothing else, this eyebrow pencil is worth it. It's only about $3. So I was looking at their eyeshadow palettes and nothing jumped out at me, and then I saw these liquid metallic eyeshadows, and I thought that's something different and something new, really shimmery, beautiful colors here. So I got the color Meteor and Galaxy. One is kind of a coppery color and the other one is more of a shimmery brown. And I've never used anything like this before, but this one just looked so different and so much fun, kind of great for the holiday season. So let's see how this goes. So I'm just doing a bit of a gradient here, like I would with a powdered eyeshadow. Then I think I'll blend them a little. I'm liking this, it's fun, it's shimmery, and as opposed to a powder, it goes on so thick and everything, you don't have to layer it. I guess the only thing I would say is that the colors are a bit darker than they appear in the bottle, or maybe that's just how they look on my particular skin, who knows? But once I finish the eyes, I'll see if I like the way it looks in totality. Now, next I'm going in with the e.l.f. waterproof eyeliner pen, and I have used this one before. I bought a new one though, because you can never have too many eyeliner pens, and you're actually supposed to shake it before you use it, which I never realized before. It's always worked great anyway. And I'm just gonna go for a nice winged look. And already I'm liking the shadow more because it pairs so nicely with the wing. Now, the mascara. This was the one thing I was a bit nervous about because it didn't have great reviews online. And they had a couple different ones. I believe this one, which is the waterproof length and volume mascara, had the best reviews. And I think it was the most expensive product I bought, $7 or something. So not bad. But I'm nervous to see how it works. Open it up. It does look a bit dry, but looks can be deceiving. And I'm pleasantly surprised because the reviews had me scared, but this is actually a very nice mascara. I think it's actually best if you want a really natural look. I can see that my eyelashes are defined, but they don't look heavily made up. So for a look like this with the shimmer and the cat eye, I would have liked something that gave me a bit more of that dramatic effect, but I would definitely use this for a more natural look. And it didn't clump or anything, it feels very soft. So if you do like a nice natural looking eye that just enhances your lashes, I would recommend this one. And now we're coming down to the end here. I have a nice lip liner. This one is called Love Triangle Lip Filler Liner. And I got this in a light brown. And I know we don't normally think of browns for our lips, but my lips are so naturally kind of pink. And I often think they look kind of unnatural. So I really like a kind of a brown that brings down the pink underneath. And looking at it, it's kind of hard to see in this lighting, but it does have a slight rose color in there. So it's not just brown, it's not drab. So already we have a problem. Alright, so this might be the first bust because I just tried to unscrew it and the entire lip liner popped out. Now I'm going to put it back in, but I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy. And if any of you know what that reference is from, make my day and tell me in the comments. It's one of my favorite movies. Okay, so color-wise I like this one, but maybe I'm just a little bitter since it popped out and broke on the first use. But what I don't like about it is the shape of the pencil. So it's not a point, it's a little triangle, and that just makes it more difficult to get a nice line. You know, I prefer ones that actually look like a colored pencil that you can sharpen by yourself. So that's one that I will say don't rush out and buy, because I do recommend other ones that are just as inexpensive and I like better. And I will be doing a little video on some of my favorite products and everything. So if you're interested in hearing which ones I really recommend the most and ones that I don't recommend at all, you can look forward to that video. It should be up within the week, I think. Okay, so the final product is the Seriously Satin Lipstick, and I chose the color Taffy. Sometimes I wish that makeup companies wouldn't be quite so creative with their color names. I appreciate it on the one hand, and on the other, I think, just tell me what color I'm getting, because it's so hard to see online. I was trying to buy something a while ago, and they didn't have the color pictured online, and they just called it coconut. And I thought, is this the inside of the coconut or the outside of the coconut? Because those are two vastly different things. So makeup companies need to change up how they do their colors. So this is great. It looks like a normal lipstick, nothing new, nothing fancy. Now, it didn't go on as nicely as some other lipstick that I have. Again, Maybelline and L'Oreal, I have some that are within the same price range and I think go on just a little nicer. This one's a little sheer. You can kind of see through here, and I don't want to just keep layering it on because it'll just come off again. All in all, I do love the e.l.f. makeup. I guess I should say that this is not sponsored. I certainly don't have enough subscribers for anyone to even sponsor me. I don't have affiliate links. This is just for you if you are like me and you want to save some money on makeup this season but still get some nice new products. So I hope that helped. Again, all of this makeup in total was about $60, and as we all know, you can spend that much money or more on one product. So if you do want to feel beautiful on a budget, this is definitely a brand I would recommend. And if you are interested in any more of my favorite beauty products, look out for the next video, which I will tell you my kind of must-have hair, makeup, and other beauty products, and the ones that I definitely stay away from. I will be very honest. And again, I don't get sponsored, it's just me sharing my opinion. And I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.